Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 6:45. What the heck? Where'd my day go? I don't know. I think I did something today. Oh, I've been catching up on school today. That's what I did today. Anyway, how you doing? How's it going? I feel like I already recorded this episode, but I definitely didn't. I just feel like I did. I don't know why it's so late. I feel like I've done nothing today, but that's alright, I guess. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. It's the weekend. Hope you're enjoying your weekend whenever it is. Maybe it's Saturday night for you. It's something I haven't really considered. Uh, we're a chef today. I haven't really considered. I know a lot of people use these videos as like something they listen to when they fall asleep. So like, I tell you what day it is, but that doesn't matter because your day is over. Anyway, tomorrow is Sunday if you're watching this when you're going to sleep. When are we? When am I don't know. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot to tell you today. Little Frostpunk last night. That game's fun. Eventually I'm gonna get the content over to you. Oh no, I do have something to tell you actually. I'm gonna be shifting the stream slightly. I'm gonna be dedicating one day out of the week on stream to like a community vote game. And that day is going to be Friday nights. So if you want to hang out and watch me play some stuff that the community voted on, join along. I'm going to be curating the polls to be games that are like more story oriented, like I did a Great Ace Attorney a little while back. So the first poll is up. It's in the Discord, but I'm probably going to wait till next week to start. But the first poll is up. It's going to be Chrono Trigger or Mass Effect. And I'm just going to start doing that. So if you're someone who likes watching me play non-roguelikes and you like watching me play like RPGs and things like that, that should be on its way. Now, will I actually cut the VODs up? That's a different question. But I am going to be playing it, so keep your eyes out for that. That's what I wanted to tell you. I meant to tell you that like yesterday, but I forgot. I think I meant to tell you that 2 days ago, but I forgot. Anyway, do I want to tell you, or what do I want to ask you today? It's a general one. I don't have a great question in mind. I feel like I've had some pretty interesting questions lately, but today I don't have one. I just want to hear, what have you been watching? Movies, TV, anime, whatever you watch. I don't know. Is it wrong? If I say TV, do you think of anime? Probably not, right? I guess I could say shows more accurately. Any shows you've been watching? I've been watching nothing. That's not true. I've been catching up on Critical Role. I'm almost caught up. I would consider that watching, even though it's basically listening. You know, you can put a podcast in here too. Whatever you've been doing lately. And then when you tell me this, and the answer isn't exclusively my Monster Train series on loop, I will be banning you from the channel. So careful. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Wurmkin, Hellhorned, Pushback Towel, Shadow Arcus, Sap Seraph. I really wanted to say Patient Seraph there. Shelter, Fledgling of Soul Siphon. Shelter start with Hellhorned. You love to see it. Fledgling start with Wurmkin. Less so. Oh, Bog Slime. Alright. Bog Slime, very good. Maybe top, like... It's a top relic for sure. I'm willing to play a Decayer. You could play attack echoes, attack per echo chef, not attack generate echo chef. You could play Corruptor here and play him with Horn Warrior, and I bet that's fine too. I want to play Reap. I think Reap's a little stronger with Bog Slime, so, you know. A little something something here. A little bit of spice. Not really. I think the Reap is kind of milquetoast, but either way. I think I can afford to take the Spikes trial. The thing I don't like about Chef is that he's very big and clunky. The thing that I do like about Chef is he has 45 HP at the start of the run. So, you know. Now I do believe I gave Leona Soul Siphon the other floor here. I think I gave... Yeah, gave the boss Trample there by taking that, which is probably okay. Go up and catch the collector. We need to put one purple down here Grab Collector with Fracture and probably just play Shelter because I won't draw back around to it. And then I think I just play like Train Steward. -2 plus 8 is 14 through 4. I think it makes no difference. I think 14. I think if it was an even 6, I'd be better off pinging the chef, but I think it makes no effective difference. Not 100% sure though. Either way. Oh, also he's only doing 5, so my math was incorrect. I should have pinged chef so that Train Steward would have gotten one more hit there. Yeah. Practically it was better for me to ping the chef. Okay. I will play Hostingkin. Hostingkin is 2 purples here, and I've gained a lot of respect for this card just being 0 energy, do 13. Easy to overlook that fact. That card's kind of busto. Hidden Passage when it's purple. We're going to be playing on bottom 4. I could pick Welder Helper, and then we could play like, you know, let's play Welder Helper. My thoughts for this run are Steelworker Self-Infuse. That is as far as I have gotten in my planning. Oh no, that's not Steelworker at all. That's Consumer of Crowns. At least it's not Demon Fiend. If this was Demon Fiend, this would be like, I think we'd be fine, but this would be the fabled no unit, like no playable unit opener. I'm going to look. I'm gonna look for plus 25. Wow, that's terrible. Really wanted a plus 25 there, but it's alright. Oh, Conscription Notice makes things fine. It's fine, it's fine. Should really check the relic first. I do want this trial, but I don't think I should. Because it's gonna do... I can do it. I'm gonna play bottom 4 anyway. This trial is basically trading off like... Was it 14 HP? Who are you? I am you, but... Or who is... Never mind. Hey, don't worry about it. Alright, alright. We're gonna Soul Siphon mid-floor again. I'm thinking about greeting my HP slightly, and I will. I will trade 1 curse for 3 HP. I think it does matter. Slightly. Do I greet Collector as well? Yeah. Is that really a question? I think I have no fear of dying to the boss because of the Horned Warrior with the 10-10. I hope. Now, unfortunately, I've actually played, like, no cards. Like, no purples, I should say, on the bottom 4. But yeah, it's a little bit of an uphill battle, but we're still chilling. No problem. So I traded 10 HP for 75 gold, which I think is close. A purple Echo Infusion, you love to see it. Give me 1,000,000 of that card. Do I want Welder Helper here? I already took 1. Does it naturally follow that I need to take another? Nah, I don't think so. I don't see it being great here. Hardstone, Battlestone. Fuck off, Consumer of Crowns. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. How many times do I have to tell your goofy ass no? I think I should pick Rail Beater. He's like, you know, if I see another one of these clowns, I might need Rail Beater. I'm not gonna reroll for a plus 25. I think picking Rail Beater is enough in itself. I'm gonna go ahead and toss out the Horned Warrior real quick there. Make Nexus Spike play Shelter twice. That card's kind of nuts. Can also make Nexus Spike play Soul Siphon and then Shelter, which is less nuts, but still reasonable. You know, this Nexus Spike is just me adding double stack Shelter to my deck. Like, that is just double stacking Shelter. Huh. That's kind of funny. I have all this money and I just don't have a unit. Let's go. We should be fine because, again, it's Reap and we have an okay start. I shouldn't have too much of a problem here, I should say, more accurately. Good Kalia? Not bad. You can go hang out mid-floor. With the Fledgling and the Steward. Did I play Steward first? Yeah, sure. Gross. Huh. If Talos was on bottom floor here, I would Soul Siphon without any fear. But I think that Soul Siphoning is a little frightening here. Yeah, I'm gonna play it top floor. We're gonna be upset about it. Likely. I would gain a lot if Talos had been on bottom floor there. But alas, she was not. So I'm gonna get a little bit of Reap on her. Not a lot, because I need to make sure I don't take 18 next turn. And then I'm gonna... These die? What do you take? Like, I don't think they die. I think I'm just gonna focus on making sure I kill Talos, though. The pushback moves Railbeater to the back end is very useful for us for that. You taking? You're taking 8. He is just taking 8 because of Priest dying. So if I play this, it's 12. I'm 1 damage off. Honestly, I feel like I should, instead of investing a bunch of resources into stopping this Apprentice for hitting me, for 4, because I have to pay Hosting Kin, I basically have to pay my whole turn here. I think it's better to just guarantee myself a victory over Talos by going Shelter, and then just, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and put up a bunch of armor instead. I'm going to accept the 4 damage to guarantee the fight, because I think that this is a little scary of a fight. Just a little, though. Not a lot. Like, I think I could go up here now and I could reasonably stop this damage from happening. Because I played that big armor play. I should be fine now. Oh wow, I'm very not fine. I am exceptionally not okay. I thought I was better off than I was. Oh, it's because he got pushed back to the front, yeah. I cut my damage by a lot. It's a little gross. I mean, if I die, I'll replay it. I know what I could have done. I think I do die, but it's a little bit closer than you may believe. Fuck her up, buddy. Oh my god, that imp almost does it. Alright, let me try this again. I can basically play it almost exactly the same. I had to do like, there was one turn there when I made a mistake. I know how it's gonna all play out now. I'm gonna play it like this. Same stuff. We're gonna do everything pretty much the same. Alright, here, let's make one other minor edit. I'm gonna put the Train Steward down first, for what it's worth, which is nothing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what I want to do instead here, I'm pretty sure, is I want to put Soul Siphon mid, but I think it's bad. I don't remember what I drew, but I kind of want to play... I want to put the Fracture on Talos here. Let's play this out a little differently. I think the best play here is actually to just sack 2 energy on the next turn and wipe that wave off the planet. I think that was the mistake that I made, was letting that wave get away with it. Gives me full echoes as well down here. I'm down to just play shelter. I don't care about that 2 damage up there. Could also throw a fracture at Talos. It's just really hard to get out of this one, I think. My unit drafts... I guess I should have rolled to make the rail beater better, ultimately. But I get a much better amount of armor off on this turn because I played it like this, so we have that for us at least. And get more armor out. The Colt Kaylee is still alive, which is really the most interesting thing here. She lived off of the Soul Siphon, and she might actually be the make or break there. It's really interesting how small the margin of error is sometimes in these runs. Like, the difference between me winning and losing this fight is the difference between me playing Soul Siphon on the top or bottom floor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it totally is. Look at that. I think it's cool to see. Because the Soul Siphon on the bottom floor means Kolkalia lives to put out like 100 damage there. And this is not a game, this is an absolute game of inches with the start that this game has given me. If you show me one more Consumer of Crowns on this run, I will be closing the game. This is not a threat, this is a promise. Give me Eternal Kinstone. Oh good, Demon Fiend. Oh good, oh good, oh good, oh good. Alright, alright, alright. True, true, true. I like that. There's a case to be made for taking Shardsoul Carver and taking space. I think I will. The case is pretty simple. If I don't see... If I don't take Shardsoul Carver there, I am basically rolling over and dying if this doesn't have a Steelworker. Yeah, like so. I have now given myself a fighting chance by having Shardsoul Carver here as someone who will be a decent level of scaling. And there is pretty much, as far as I can tell, there is pretty much no reason not to do Shardsoul Carver into Rail Beater. I guess, well, no, so what do you get? With Rail Beater you get, the difference is actually 10 attack, right? Because Rail Beater, Shardsoul Carver into Rail Beater has the same Inspire effect, of course. I guess I lose the purple as well, but I don't think that's worth mentioning too much. So Shardsoul Carver infused onto Rail Beater gives you a 1055. Rail Beater onto Shardsoul Carver, of course, gives you a 2060, but you get Rail Beater's very useful Strike Apply Melee Weakness 1. Now, on the other hand, Strike Apply Melee Weakness 1 is going to be consumed by Chef, who is going to be doing almost no damage. However, on the other hand, we can use Chef to tank instead. Or like try to move him in Relentless maybe, so that the Chef is tanking in Relentless, something like that. Either way, I think it's best to just go Shardsoul Carver into Rail Beater. Like, at the end of the day, even if the melee weakness is somewhat wasted, the difference is 10 base attack in favor of Shardsoul Carver, right? Yeah. This run is going to be very difficult, I think. Well, maybe not very difficult. This run is going to be somewhat difficult, I believe, because we looked and did not find. However, we do get a very helpful holdover Echo Infusion. That is going to do wonders for us. But yeah, we looked and did not find Steelworker. However, I guess the run isn't ruined for not finding Steelworker. It's just gonna, you saw, I died at Talos. The margin is going to be very thin. It's going to depend a lot on if bosses are going to let me stack up enough echoes. And so what we're going to do to make our deck stronger is make sure that everything's purple. Pretty much. Then here, is it Extreme Stone in the temple? Spell Chain. This is such a powerful card. Nexus Spike with a double stack here. It's so much armor. I'm just gonna give it a -1 so it remains playable, but I would like to give it a value stone. Let's carry on. This is like, not yesterday's run, but the day before's run also died at Talos. Or no, that run died at like Combat 2 or some shit. It's been tough lately. Game's been giving me some real questionable ones, I feel. Some real difficult ones to suss out. The start here has been rather grim, but manageable, I think. It has to go there, this goes here. It's maybe also worth considering playing Reap on, like, no, I can't play Reap on mid-floor, never mind. I was gonna say maybe we want to play the Chef on mid-floor, but that's not, like, doable. Take the Ember Drain on top floor to max out the echoes. It is important to keep in mind and play around getting echoes on all the floors. But yeah, the real problem that this one is facing is just... I took these imps, which I can't play, I feel, and so they are offering us a bit of an issue. Like a lot of these draws are just dead. Slightly. Not a lot, but slightly dead. So I'm drawing like, is 40? Right, yeah. Does that feel right? Hang on. Yeah, I guess that feels right. Okay. Yeah. I was saying something, but then I had to do some math there real quick. I don't remember what it was. Oh, we're having trouble because we're drawing a bunch of uninfused cards in a Reap Chef run. That's why we're struggling in the early game here. I will take the Soul Cripple. I disrespect that card a lot more than I should. Battering Ram. Ha 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 ha. Let's go right. I could go left because there's a lot of good trinkets that we could see. I didn't take a hidden passage, did I? I did not take a hidden passage. It's a boon then. Maybe we see tiresome climb, but I doubt. I'm gonna give Rail Beater some more base attack, I think. Actually, I guess I could look for multi-strike for him. Yeah, you know, fun to dream. Maybe that plus 25 is a waste, but it feels like it's right. Looking for an intrinsic here. What did I want this for? Soul Siphon? Yeah, I stand by that. And then Value Stone. I'm down for Value Stone Soul Cripple, actually. Okay. I think piloting this run the rest of the way shouldn't be too hard. Like, it shouldn't be too hard because I don't have a lot of control at this point, I don't feel like. The decisions that are left to be made are somewhat meaningless. Not a lot. I'm gonna play, this is gonna look a little bit wacky maybe, but I'm gonna play these two first. I think that the Ember Drain is worth it. Now, playing bottom floor here is questionable. And the big fear, of course, has been realized, which is missing this Nexus Spike. However, just look away. It's a lot of money for that Paraffin Plug to cash out. Yeah, the big fear is coming to fruition here, which is it's extremely hard to actually keep this Rail Beater alive through stealth enemies with Spell Shield. Kind of the problem with playing bottom floor in general, though. It's just really hard to live. And my Relentless game plan is suspicious, I would say. Stop that. That's a big self-made harpy. I think this is actually just gonna kill me. I mean, I should have played Shelter, I guess, but like, I don't really know. I have to draw Soul Triple, I guess. I don't really know how you live here. I guess you don't play the... You don't take the spell shield, I guess. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Yeah, right. I don't... Yeah, like, maybe if you play on top 4 also, but, like, there's no way this wins on top 4. You have to not take the spell shield and ping the stealth, I guess. But, like, I don't know. I feel like this is how some of my Spine Chef runs go when I pick Reap, is like, oh, hey, these units don't do anything. Oh, well. In my mind, what I was planning on doing was playing Endless Welder Helper's self-infused Steelworker in front of the chef and then stacking up enough armor to kill anything, but that didn't happen, and now I have to play another run. This is a great example of why I don't like the chef, though. I don't think he's weak, I just think that I don't play him right or something. Like, so something is wrong with how I play him, right? Because so many people love this champion. So it must be me. But I really hate him. Like, I really hate him. A lot. I don't think he's quite bottom 2 for me because currently my least favorite champion in the game is Wendleton. I think he's god-awful. But, like, I really don't like this champion. I'm gonna play... Realistically, I should just play Corruptor. And I get it's fine, I just don't really enjoy it. But realistically, we should play Corruptor, try to take Ascend, overstack 4s. That's what we should do. And like the real problem that I see with the Reap path, which was great and well on display right there, a lot of Wurmkin units are 3 size. Spine Chef is 3 size. So with those two facts combined, you get the conclusion that you have to take space to fill your floor, right? To be able to play 2 3-space units. And then on top of that, there's a logical next step to that conclusion. I have power of knowledge, gross. And the logical next step of that conclusion is your floor is going to be 6 total units, but Reap like Spine Chef with Reap needs time for the Reap to do damage, right? See where this is going? I want to leave 2 of these clergymen alive for the money. If you don't see where this is going, I will finish the logical path for you. The problem becomes you're basically forced to play bottom floor, right? Because if you don't play bottom floor, you play top floor. But if you play top floor, you have no time for Reap to do enough damage. I'm gonna take Echo Infusion since it's purple. I'm gonna take Hornbreak since it's purple. That's the thinking. Done. That's what I feel though. It's just like, it's really awkward to try and manage the fact that he's big and his units are big. Horned Warrior's good. I mean, this is the simpler way to play it out, I feel. Also, I paired him with Hellhorned and tried to play Imps. Don't do that either. This should be much, much easier to play. I do need to find a way to keep the chef alive now. But, I don't know. Like, I feel pretty good about my ability to play any other champion, but except for Wendleton. That champion's very hit or miss. He has a similar problem though, of he's 3-space and the good frontliners in his clan are 3-space. And also he doesn't play with the good frontliners in his clan very well. Similar problem. Not quite the same. Need to get echoes on the floor, but I also don't want to be leaving things like collectors on the table, right? I actually killed this wave, so I don't need, like, I don't urgently need to add echoes. Conscription Notice giving us Tusk Hermit was very fortunate. I don't kill this floor? Why not? Oh, because Reconciler has sap. Yeah. That makes sense. Of course. Okay. And so, ideally here, I'm gonna find, like, Steelworker. In the perfect world, I get Steelworker and I get Ascend. That's what we're after. And then I play 2 Horned Warriors with Steelworker Infusion, which I ascend into the floor. That's the perfect world. I don't want uninfused extract cards in this run. Okay, that's Molting Imp. He's not going in this deck. I could, I could take Ritual there. And there's Steelworker at least. Now, should I take Shardsoul Carver? It's like a strong maybe that I should take Shardsoul Carver over Steelworker, but I think that it's better to just play Steelworker. My attack numbers are so high. So I can just take the passive 5 armor per round, look for something to stop the waves from killing me. I have a little bit of fear for this one as well, though. So I'm gonna look at hold, check for spell chain. No spell chain. I could intrinsic echo infusion. Because then you look for holdover, right? Intrinsic. I'm gonna duplicate first. I don't want to intrinsic both of them. But I will give 1 echo infusion intrinsic, and then the goal here is going to be holdover echo infusion. Oh. Alright. I guess I will be actually taking 7 echo infusions from this ×5 event. Very cool. That is good. I need to reconsider my stance on Shardsoul Carver, and as a result, I will wait to do the Steelworker infusion, because getting 6 infused echo infusions in that ring has shifted my opinion slightly on what's good here. Shocking new information changes my mind. Brandon. Pop off, brother. Go nuts. Would be a great run for Karuska, of course. No surprise there. I'm almost 100% certain that this is a great run for me to remove all these imps. Almost certainly. And God, this deck has so much garbage. Rain Stewards, Echo Transfers, like none of this shit is good. Look at how bad this is. I'm getting so few echoes. It really does matter too. I'm gonna have enough attack to survive this, I'm sure, but like I really need to get all of this bad stuff out. And that feels like the hard part of playing Chef too, is just removing all of the garbage they throw in your deck at the start. And going, yeah, okay, now I have purple cards. Wurmkin definitely struggles with this the most. Every other clan, you don't care. But Wurmkin, they start you out, starting off with random cards is bad because they aren't purple. I do kind of wish, I'd like it if like half of the cards they started you with were purple or something like that. I respect that it's like not that big of a deal, basically, but it made me feel better about playing Chef. At the least. Let's just take the dub and not fuck around here. Also, this game started me with Power of Knowledge, which is a legitimately useless card. I have no consumes. I'll take Reinforce. Reinforce seems awful. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Those aren't, I mean, Bog Chrysalis isn't the worst, because it just pops out 2 Bog Flies off of the Horned Warrior to hit enemies, but I'm gonna press skip. I'm still going to take space. If I don't see Shardsoul Carver, that's fine. I'll play the Conscription Notice unit with the space. If I do see Shardsoul Carver, better. Big boon. Yeah, okay, Shardsoul Carver. My stance changed, and I will be taking Shardsoul Carver and infusing him onto Horned Warrior. I think that at the time where I picked Steelworker, I was not necessarily incorrect, and then at the time where I took, you know, sometimes you just can't really plan for what the game's gonna give you. I am glad I didn't make them all intrinsic though, because that would be a real nightmare. I'm down to grab Extreme Stone Horn Break. 70 damage? That's pretty good. And then I need to get rid of the Steel Worker. I didn't get my Ascend. Do these Light Harnessers ever have a chance of hurting me? Plus 10 per echo. No, I think I'll be fine. The only way that I take damage here is an infused tank. Otherwise, we're good. I see Silithite. It's pretty useful. Go get him, girl. You win there. It's really hard to generate echoes on this floor, though. I need Kariska. Kariska makes this run so easy. Don't mind the spell weakness to help me out, though. Keep it up, Silithite. You got this. Now, if a single one of these enemies lives, everything goes straight to hell. Our home. You could have gotten an echo out there. You're right, you're right. That one's on me. I should have gotten that echo. The nightmare arrives. But, with a well-timed draw, the infused tank dies. Thank you, Hornbreak Extreme Stone. Very cool. And it does turn out that we have enough damage. So all of our run now is trying to keep the chef alive. The entire game has shifted into filling this run with as many tools as possible to keep Spy and Chief alive. Get rid of all of the train stewards, get rid of the power of knowledge, get rid of the steel worker. Reduce this deck as swiftly as I can to as many echo infusions as I can play in a turn. And it still might not be enough because it's Patient Seraph. No matter how many echo infusions I play, Patient Seraph might run us over anyway. Winged Indulgence helps. Does Broken Memories help? No, I have no consumes. I know that. Return Soul's cool. Branding Right helps. Any card that is positive for my man's HP, we take. I will do everything in my power. And then, like, all the train stewards, all the welder helpers, everything goes. Get rid of all of it. We do get a holdover, so intrinsic holdover echo infusion. The dream is real. It is here, it has arrived. Shoot Steelworker. Shoot a train steward. I'm gonna spend a lot of my money here. I should check for value stone. Spell chain. Unsurprisingly, this is going on echo infusion. This run is gonna be like, especially on Patient Seraph, this is gonna be like barely keeping our head above water. We're gonna be fighting with all of our might to keep our head from sinking. And by fighting with all of our might, I mean we're gonna be throwing like 100 echo infusions out per turn. It's the whole deck. And there's a lot of it. Train Steward is better than Power of Knowledge. The card's really bad. I'm going to spend all my money. So this is a good moment to teach you something that I feel about this game. Usually you would see me save money at a time like this. I wouldn't spend up to 180 on the removals, right? But right now, this deck doesn't need anything else. All we need is card remove. That's it. That's all I have to do is remove cards. We're in a good spot. The biggest shame is that Chef doesn't get anything from me adding echoes to the floor. Yeah, she did die. I did the math in my head and I was like, she's dead, right? But then I thought about it for a second longer and I went, oh, what if? Nah, she's dead. Whenever pertinent, we're gonna want a horn break the big armor tanks. I have to utilize the horn break. I mean, there is another problem in this run, of course, which is I only have 3 hits on Horned Warrior, and that is going to become not enough at some point. And so we will want to spend some time thinking about that. And my answer to that is probably... I don't know yet. It's probably Hornbreak, really. Or it could just be Trinket. I have to kill the... like the superfluous enemies, the non-meat enemies. I need to kill like wilt wings and shade wings and light wings and things like that. I need to kill backline in this run. Ancient Resonance. Wow, what unbelievable timing. That is uncanny, Ancient Resonance. Ascend Inferno. Oh, my man. Alright, well, never mind. There's no problem. Cool. Cool. We're gonna go to the magic shop here. The removals are cool, but the best thing to do now is to make Inferno cost 1 and then duplicate it. Hold over. Oh, I should check the relic first. Railhammer? That's insane. There's an Ashes right after a Transcendent on this run, too. And a Molting Imp. You can piece it all together. So I cannot afford both of these. Let me go check the caverns. Oh, build a card. Frostbite, Regen, Rage. Give me Regen. Full Ascend, Descend? Give me Ascend. Card draw or gold? Give me card draw. This card good? Kind of. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I don't think that card's worth it, because it's going to be a draw that's not purple. I could hold it over, but then I'm just paying an energy. I mean, I guess I could hold it over and then it's fine-ish, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that I'm going to be taking draw in the next ring, and so I'm going to take the -1. I actually don't think holdover is that important for Inferno. I don't need to play 8 Infernos on it. Like, I don't need to play an Inferno every turn. I need to play 2 Infernos on the most important turns. Like, over the... Let me rephrase. Over the course of the fight, I don't need to play 10 Infernos on the Divinity. I need to play 2. They just have to be at the right time. And holdover lets you force it to be at the right time, but I can also have it be at the right time by making more. Because the window is reasonably wide. I think it is not worth it to Echo Transfer. That card's probably getting removed as well if I can. If it's possible to do so. Wait, Echo, even though I'm getting a lot of Inspires, I'm not actually getting a lot of Echoes. Because all of my Inspires are coming from Echo Infusions. Before I slap this Horn Breakdown, let's survey the scene. Okay, I think it is best to put it up here anyway. Get rid of the other Welder Helper. I have to not get complacent. I need to make sure that I'm playing my units out and things like that. But get rid of the Welder Helper, don't hold on to it like it's going to do something on another turn. Things like that I have to watch for. Return Soul also helps us get Inferno on the right turn. I'm going to go ahead and get Inferno right now. On the bottom floor as well. Like that choice right there is going to be a prime example. I didn't have to play Inferno every turn. The enemies died. They would have died a little bit, or with doing less damage, but they did end up dying nonetheless. My survival is not that big of a deal. All I have to do is make sure that the number of enemies reaching my pyre is in an acceptable range. And so we can take the trade. Burn the Inferno to play it on the right turns. Or more accurately, on the right waves. It's like a combination of on the right turn and on the right wave, because it's on the right turn against It's on the right turn in that, like, if I can play it against the right wave, but if the wave is on the floor with my units die, right? So it's both. It's against the right wave on the right turn. I.e., in a more simple way, don't Inferno my own units. Thank you. I figured it out. I do want to duplicate, yeah. I can save my money. Is there 3 trinket shops on this run? The last run had the trinket shop already. The run before this one we played. Get out of here, Welder Helper. Echo Transfer is probably next. Card is negative now, I'm pretty sure. And Inferno. No, I don't want to trade my Pyre for money here. Money equals Pyre. Not worth it. If I wanted to call the shot, I could have done Holdover or Inferno and hope for this value stone, but you know, you don't want to do that. I did take the value stone, putting myself at a 115 packed shard count. I think this is fine. I'll go over on pack shards when it feels worthwhile. Oh my. Horned Warrior. Who are you, etc., etc. Thanks, Inferno. Very cool. Great job. Now, I believe the bottom floor wave that is walking at me does not need an Inferno. Maybe it does. The middle floor wave now. It might need an Inferno because Horned Warrior. Yeah, Horned Warrior's having trouble getting going, so I'm gonna go ahead and Inferno it. The current bottom floor wave is going to be the most threatening wave. Because I already drew all my spells that are gonna AoE. And I drew Return Soul. My get out of jail free card. Yeah, okay. Oh, hey. I didn't even see this guy up here. 3103, 103. Yeah, okay, so I torch him. A little messy out of me, but it's okay. It's a minor difference. It made Chef take more damage, but I drew an Inferno, so it's okay. Again, the damage he takes isn't that big of a deal. I don't think it's anything to write home about. We have so many Echo Infusions. Like all of this. I just give him like 50 max HP in a turn. Come on, spell chain. Yeah, give me another 20. Just have to watch out. Good dub. Get him out of here. Revenge. Dead. Revenge of the Darned is alright. It's a free, because it's infused, it's free. And it's another ping which this deck can use. Holy moly, another Transcendent? You can do, there's some real degeneracy in the imp front here. What do you got? Karuska. Runs over pretty much. Karuska's like an auto win. Sketches? Yeah, it's like an auto lose. That's pretty fun. Unsurprising Inferno duplication. -1, probably -1 plus 10. I'm not gonna go over 115. I don't want to give Patient Seraph trample here. Permafrost, pretty good for Return Soul. It turns Return Soul into a card that you hold and then use on the turn you need to pull Inferno back. Inferno's a pretty good one, I gotta be honest. Starting to get a feeling that Inferno might be kind of good. I don't need any more value stones. I could plus 10 piercing, but that puts us to 125, and 125 gives Patient Seraph trample, which I don't want. I'm not about it. I think this fight should be okay now. I'm hopeful. Anyway. Especially with this Husk Hermit popping in to help out, though. My man's gonna do some work. It is worth it for me to just fill up, right? Yeah, get my 762 in there. Thank you, Husk Hermit, for eating one round of melee weakness. You're a hero. It goes fracture, fracture, torch. Yeah. Hope for ancient resonance here. That's actually looking a little bit bad. What a world. Even with all of this, I'm still getting a little bit steamrolled here, it looks. I think that Patient Seraph is about to rob me. Torching is a net negative. If I can get to Relentless, it's okay, but Spine Chief has to live long enough for me to get to Relentless. Which is harder to do by the moment. Because like the Horned Warrior is going to have a pretty good attack, but obviously not as good as it is now, because he's going to lose like 180 of it when Chef dies. The Return Soul coming up. I don't feel like there's anything to do with that Hornbreak particularly. Seraph's just gonna come up here and clap me. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop him on this round. And you can see our damage is shrinking. However, we have Inferno. And we have a Railhammer Horned Warrior with a Shardsoul Carver infusion to generate hopefully enough energy to live. Or enough armor to live and just win the Relentless. It's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be a little tight. But I think it is doable. No robberies today, Mr. Seraph. Inferno all the waves. And then we Inferno Seraph's wave using Return Soul next round. Seraph is a big boy. No doubt about that. That's a 40 attack menace. But now we start hyper scaling this Horned Warrior. I think he has it. Usually, and this is my problem with this chef path. Usually, if your Spine Chef ever dies, despite your best efforts, it's just over. You just die when that happens, typically. That was not the case here because of a Railhammer high roll, but if I didn't high roll Railhammer, this chef path would have just lost right here to Patient Seraph. Despite, and remind you, let me just remind you, I'm losing despite 7 Echo Infusions, one of them is holdover. Patient Seraph is still steamrolling that chef. Like, it just feels like the survival for Spine Chef is so hard to swing. I don't know why he feels specifically so difficult to keep alive. I think it's because Wurmkin doesn't have good survival tools. At the end of the day, this Echo Infusion's great, but it's not good enough for Patient Seraph, right? So what do you have to do instead? I don't know, great question. How do you stop that run from losing to Patient Seraph if you don't have Railhammer? I don't know. Truly. I have no clue. Yeah. Oh no, I scrolled too far. I meant to clear those 2 clergymen out. All part of my plan to get that Revenge of the Darn scaling. Yeah, like basically if you ever let any of the backliners reach the chef, he just dies immediately. I guess that's the problem with the Inferno idea too, though, is you're guaranteed to have some, like, there's guaranteed damage against Patient Seraph. Also, what a shame. Harvest Wave didn't get caught here because 2 Infernos in the bottom 3, or bottom 9, I guess I should say. Tough. Is that death? No, okay. We're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and Inferno the mini-boss. Just look away. I have to identify which wave here is the most threatening and the most worthy of an Inferno. You can do 6, 8, 10 to a marksman, or 14. I can put a marksman to 1. My next card is Return Soul, of course. I think I need to kill those silent marksmen. I think so. I should draw an Inferno eventually, right? Right? The answer to that question is no, I did not draw an Inferno here. Come on, chef. Give me something. One fracture and it all switches. Inferno down here, I don't worry anymore. Like, we're there for sure. It's just we've had multiple of these rounds look way closer than it feels like they have any right to. Even through these Infernos, man. Like, even through these Infernos I've been doing. This Ancient Resonance... Oh, my bad, I didn't actually count. This Ancient Resonance has felt rather underwhelming. Like, I guess this is just I have 30 cards and only 4 of them are the AoE spells. And at the end of the day, like, you know what this run has really opened my eyes to? A core tenet of the DLC. The best defense is a good offense. You know what would be way better than having those Echo Infusions? Not having those Echo Infusions. Because, sure, they gave me a bunch of Echoes for Horned Warrior, but they drowned out the Infernos. And Infernoing backliners is... Infernoing one of the... Infernoing the Harvest Wave is equivalent to playing like 5 Echo Infusions, because you're saving 20 health from the Wiltwings hitting you, 10 health from the Wiltwings blowback damage, I think 5, and then 5 health from spikes, like the spikes enemies attack, I should say more accurately, and then so that's 35, and then you're saving in that run like 12 health from the attacks from the spikes, the attacks that hit the spikes, I should say. So roughly 48 health if you play an Inferno there. Which, you know, is an amount. I think that, like, don't get me wrong, this card is still very good, but like as your only survival plan, it seems a little grim. Maybe 3 of them. Like, you have to have something else, right? And it feels like having 7 is actually kind of underwhelming. Unless this is all holdover and you're getting 70 health per turn, it just doesn't seem like enough. Because there's so much damage. Patient Seraph and the Divinity, there's just so much damage. There's a lot. I don't know. I should probably, and I will not be doing this, but when I would have times like this before, I would just take a knight and I would play nothing but the champion that I'm struggling with. I'm not going to do this because I don't care, but I really feel like I'm missing something with this champion. There's some clan combos where it's just like, wow, this is terrible. Imps? What the hell? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.